What up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews, and today we are going to unbox the King of Artists Goldie Roger figure by BANPRESTO / Bandai Spirits. This is a Pirate King and I can't wait to see how he looks like in real life because the prototype looked amazing. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at the box first. Standard King of Artists design. Right at the front we have an image of Roger, the series name over here as well. BANPRESTO logo, Bandai Spirits logo. This is the side view. Another image of Roger in black and white, monochrome. Same on the other side. This is the back. A closer look at Roger, and right at the top we have our white toy sticker here to prove its authenticity. By the way, the box itself is very heavy, a lot heavier than your usual price figures. I think even heavier than your bigger Grandista boxes. So I think this is good. It means that we have a lot of content inside. And as you can see, the box is brand new and sealed. So we are gonna do the unboxing together. Let's go. I have taken out the parts of the figure and we have a total of 5 pieces. We have his upper body with the coat attached, his lower half, his head, the sword handle and a supporting stand. This is how Roger looks like when put together, and as you can see, he stands fine on his own, very stable and sturdy, no issues there. So this means you don't have to use the supporting stand, which is supposed to be attached to his right foot and supporting the coat. It's gonna steal the limelight from the figure, look out of place. So not putting this on is a great thing. And the figure, I'm still taking it in. I'm still observing and looking at how amazing he is, because he is honestly very impressive. And maybe it's the character design, the colors or the pose, but Roger looks like the Pirate King. Like, he exudes the confidence and maybe the grandeur also from the golden color on the jewelry on his coat. It's like if I walk down the street and if you tell me this guy is a Pirate King, I'll be like, oh yeah, definitely he is the Pirate King. He looks like one. So this is what I'm getting right now. These are my first impressions. He is just the Pirate King in front of me right here, right now. Let us take a closer look at the figure, starting from the head sculpt. In terms of character likeness, I think he looks pretty much like the source material, the manga and anime, as far as I can tell. And the details on the face, they are wonderful. The eyes are nicely painted on, the veins popping up on the forehead, and they even added some lines, like some drawings, just to emphasize, to make it more pronounced. Same for the top of the nose, where the skin is all, munched up together. And the moustache is black in color, as you can see. For the mouth, I don't think you can really see on the video because it is blocked by the moustache, but you can see some details on the teeth and around the side of the mouth. Right at the bottom, around his chin, those lines just showing he has a bit of a beard. And the hair itself, I think they are generally okay, very decent. Nothing really impressive, but does his job well, and more importantly, the finishing is good. Overall, I'm really liking this expression of Roger. I think he looks very intense, yet at the same time confident. He's probably one of those guys that can give off this kind of look. And if you look at him, you know that he is taking you seriously, but he is just so confident of his abilities that he is enjoying it all the time. So this look really captures it well. I like it. Moving on to his body, we can see his neck muscles over here, followed by this beautifully painted golden necklace, and his muscle sculpt, his chest muscles, his abs, colorless nipples if you're interested in that. And this is very much in line with the older King of Artists figures when it comes to the sculpting style. So some people might not like it, they might look at it and think that it looks kind of unfinished, it looks rough. But I personally, I like it, so I have no issues with it. And the darker parts here are actually shading applied onto the figure. So the upper part of the muscles, they are lighter in color, and the lower parts, they are darker just to show some shadows. Same for the sides. And for the shirts, it is just generally pink in color with some slight shading and shadowing in certain areas to have more color variation. And you can just see the creases they added on to the shirt. It looks great, it looks very natural. Details on the hand are awesome as well. You can see some veins popping up as long as the bone structure, the natural lines on our fingers. Fingernails are sculpted but not painted as far as I can see. Same for the other hand over here. Very realistic looking, I'm loving the details. And here we have the handle for his sword. Maybe the details here are not the best, some paints bleeding here and there, but the golden, more glossy parts of the handle just looks amazing. And for price figures, I think the details are still alright. Over here we can see a bit of his belt, the buckle golden in color. The sash around the waist just generally yellow with the creases and all these lines added on. And this side we have probably a string of pearls, but they are painted silver in color. And right at the back we can see the sword sheath. It is something like a dark grey color. The pants are of a darker yellow and also have significant shading throughout. It looks great. You can also see the texturing they have done onto the pants, so when you feel it, it actually feels a bit rough. And right at the bottom, not sure what this is, white cloth coming out from his pants. The creases looks great to me. And lastly, we have his boots, just generally brown in color, no shading. And you have this natural folds on it. Right at the bottom, no extra details. They just added something like a pouch coming out from the front here to give him extra support so he can stand better. The quality on the coat is also fantastic, especially for a price figure. You can see this glossy golden paint on the coat's shoulder pads. Amazing looking, looks expensive. And they even added some extra details to make it look more natural and realistic onto them as well. And the rest of the coats, you can see the creases for yourself. Texturing added on. It feels a bit leatherish when I touch it. And these are the sleeves over here and over here. The gold here is different from the one at the top. It is less shiny, so we have more color variation. The height of this figure from the bottom of his feet to the top of his head, that is around 23 cm, around 9 inches. Here I have Roger next to his son, the King of Artists Ace. This is definitely a possible display option, father and son duo, and I think they look great together. The poses are dynamic as well. Just that maybe Roger, he is supposed to be a much bigger character, but I think this is as close as we can get. Here we have Grandline children Shanks, and this is another great display option. Can't wait to add Buggy to the lineup. I think they would look great together. Honestly, this is as fitting, as close as it gets. This is how they look like in the story at the same time, almost ripping it out from the page of the manga. And scale wise, I think they are good. They are very close, around the POP scale. And I think having Shanks wearing Roger's head here adds a little bit of trivia to the display. Here I have taken out my Masterlise Best Edition Luffy, which is around the same scale as your older King of Artists figures, your Master Stars piece, Flag Diamond Ship, Glitter and Glamorous, Glitter and Brave. And we can tell here that this Roger is not of the usual King of Artists height, because if he was, he would have been around the same height as this Luffy. I suspect this is much closer to the POPs. Here I have my POP Roger figure, and I am just gonna put it out there right now. I believe this King of Artists Roger, he is along the POP scale. I mean, the size, the height, they are all so similar. Bear in mind that this Roger, he is being lifted up by the base. So if I put this Roger over here, their heights are pretty much the same. Body proportions wise, they are all a good fit. And there you go, guys. I think if you're looking for a POP alternative, this King of Artists Roger will definitely do the job. Lastly, I have taken out my young Whitebeard POP, so we can have these two equals side by side next to each other, and wow, Isn't it impressive? They look so fantastic together, and this is also my first time seeing them like this. They just look amazing, and we know that Whitebeard, he is a lot taller than Roger. I think the scale wise, it is a much better fit than the previous POP. And of course, you have this beautiful outfit of Roger's, just to show some dynamism, and the way they pose next to each other. Man, they are really badass. Alright, I think this is how everyone should display these two figures for now. They look absolutely wonderful. Alright guys, in conclusion, if you have not gotten this figure, go and get it right now. He is absolutely amazing, a masterpiece. And even though he is smaller than your usual King of Artists figures, with this price, with this quality, I don't mind having a figure which is similar in scale to the POPs. And for those of you out there who are POP collectors and do not have a Roger, this is definitely a great alternative without breaking your wallet. Alright, as usual, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. If you like my video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share them with your friends. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on new videos like this. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. I will see you very soon. Goodbye.